Good evening, one and all. It's Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey with you again. My name is Mac, and I'm living here in Hamilton, Ontario. And being that it's Friday evening, and approaching 8 p.m., we're getting ready to monitor the ZOE Ragchew on the VE3 ZOE repeater, frequency of 443. Bravo, India. Just waiting for the clock to click over to 8 p.m. and he'll pick up the net promptly. Please stand by.
Good evening all, and welcome to the Friday night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Turn the volume down, leave the echo out of there. My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located on East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net to join the conversation. Please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or would like to add to the conversation. Before we start, I'm going to thank Terry VE3IQL for the use of that repeater. And please remember using a repeater has good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. Not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so that others can get in. Can I get check-ins for the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3 CJZ.
VA3NCA.
VA3WPG.
Okay, I got four so far. CJZ, NCA, WPG, IMW. Anybody else? Come on in, VE3LBI. All right, nothing heard at the present time. Mac, thanks for look up VA3IMW and look for the live. You will find them there. And we got a check-in from Guy, and also from Matt, Victor Echo 3 and his travel. So, okay, all right, very good. So I got also a check-in from Wade there too. So we'll pass it back up to Chuck there and see how his day's been. Hopefully.
CJZ, good evening, Larry, and all on net and on YouTube. Yeah, this is day 2 of starting to eat solids again after going 5 days. And so the body's still it's slowly now, but the worst is behind me, and I'm so thankful. And I noticed on the news they talked about the flu that was actually double what it normally is at this time of year. So definitely something going around. And they even mentioned that the vaccine was made too late because last year's virus mutated at the end of the season. And so they're pretty much saying that anyone who got a flu shot, it's not going to be effective at all. So anyways, radio-wise, it is the 10-meter contest weekend right now until Sunday at 7 p.m. Or 6:59 p.m. I think. And so it's going to be busy either way. Back to you, Larry.
Yep, okay, very good. I'm glad you're feeling better. And I also have a check-in here. Not a problem. Thanks for checking in there, Mark. Or Mac. Or Mark. No, mine's Mark. That's Mark. Mac's up shortly. Let me see. Wade's checked in there. I got him already. Okay, up next is Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Good evening, Larry. Good evening, everybody on to bring up. Not much has happened. I had a road bend nap today, though. That was pretty good, but it confused me when I go. Anyways, good venture out to Costco today for a bit of a big shop for the holidays and fill out the freezer and stuff. So that was semi-painful and for more reasons than one, including all the crowds and craziness. But we got through it. Other than that, wondering the ghee that is on YouTube, is that the ghee we all know, Chuck's cousin, or is that a new ghee? I guess either way, if it's Chuck's cousin. Good to hear you again, Guy. And hopefully your radio course is going well. And if it's a new Guy, well, welcome to the Ragchew. I'll send it back. It's just that I see that I guess the YouTube, I see that Chuck answered it. It's the same Guy we all know. I think his YouTube handle has changed is all. That's what clued me in. Or maybe not. I've been, maybe I just don't know. Anyways, I'll stop rambling and I'll send it back to you there, Larry. Thanks so much for doing it. VA3IMW.
Yep, I guess, like you said, YouTube's added that on the tail end of it there, the R29 or maybe the 29, I don't remember exactly. And I see Al checked in from Barrie, VA3BT. I guess he's going to spend the night up there in Barrie, and then he's coming home tomorrow morning. So he's not having much luck with snow. They got 16 inches of snow, and he's got to move it all. So not a lot of fun. All right, Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Other things here in the background tonight, I am learning the hard lesson tonight that USB thumb drives are not good for long-term storage and are susceptible to USB electron leak, which can lead to data recovery and corruption over time. So I am trying to recover some corrupted data, and I've been plugging away at that for the past couple hours. So I'm going to continue working at that and see if I can get my files back, and we will be listening in the background here.
Just before you go and start playing with your USB drive there, when is your course done?
It's done. I passed the classroom stuff. Now I just got to decide when I'm going to do the 10 hours of the in-car session, all the in-car road sessions in the few days prior to the actual road test.
Okay, you got me on that one. So if you got a minute, what is the 10 hours of in-car? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure others don't either.
The in-class is just your basic road, how to make your lane changes. You got to get 80% on that before you can start the in-car. The in-car is where you do all the actual practical learning, how to do the stuff behind the wheel that you learned how to do in class.
Okay, I got you. So it's like an in-school thing again, and then you basically, after that, you go and take an actual driving test.
You do your 10 hours of in-car lessons, and then you can do your road test whenever. But as I mentioned, I'm going to book my road test and do all the in-cars the few days leading up to the road test. No sense in getting the road test for a month and a half down the road and doing all my 10 hours now, and then a month and a half down the road, I forget everything, all the muscle memory or whatever.
I've never had to go through any of that procedure again. Had my license for quite a few years, so. All right, appreciate it. All right, well, good luck with the recovery on the USB drive there.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to need it. Well, I got some of my videos back. You can see a couple pink and purple glitches in it. So I'm about to go through the recovered, copied data and see audio and the documents off of it now. I don't think I got all my videos, so hopefully the universal scan will get the videos that it missed. Well, VA3WPG, anything else, I'll jump back in. If not, everybody have a good evening.
Okay, very good, thanks.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable. Good evening, Larry.
Come on in before I pick up Mac.
Hey, Larry, thanks for picking me up. Just out for a walk. I think it's about -4. The skating loop is open again up here at Memorial Park. There's a few folks out here. Online, they said it wouldn't be open till the 15th, but it's looking pretty good. And had kind of a busy day, lots of running around. And you might hear some music in the background. That's from the skating loop. Back to you, Larry.
skating there, and they got music with it. Oh, excellent. I remember years ago, you wouldn't know the area, I wouldn't think, but East Mount Park used to have a pleasure area. There was no music or anything, but they did have one light. You could play a little hockey at night and do some skating at night, but that's all long gone.
Well, I'll tell you what, this building beside the ice where you can go inside and change and there's washrooms, and the loop primarily for adults, and then there's a little area on the side where the smaller kids can go skating. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Looking forward to bringing my grandson here. He visited today, and I told him, you got to come back so we can go skating. Back to you, Larry.
Oh, very good. Well, I hope the grandson gets over it quickly. You guys can get out there. All right, Vern, anything else?
Round. When I get back to the house, I'll let you know. Thanks again, VA3CRF.
Yep, okay. Steel City Coach. I think that's L, isn't it? VA3NFL? I'm not sure. Anyways, Matt, come on in. VA3IMW ZOE Ragchew.
Good evening, Larry. Steel City Coach is Nick. Al has something to do with his catchphrase has got something to do with solar panels, Solar King or something like that. Anyways, yeah, lots of activity on the YouTube chat. Welcome everybody. Certainly appreciate the check-ins on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps us all. Anyways, a great day over today. Pretty chilly this morning, -10. And I think once I get close to home today, was a balmy -1 downtown, and then got up closer to home on the mountain and settled in at -3 degrees. So a little bit more seasonable, I guess, and still looking forward to everybody getting together on the 21st of December to celebrate the shortest day of the year and get a great activation done for all the operators that are interested in White Hearn, getting that in their log, and a good chance for us to get together before Christmas with a quick eyeball. Congratulate him on his sudden weight loss. He's probably dropped 10 or 15 pounds. Not that we've seen it, but it sounds like he's all peppy and perky. But trust he's on the up and up. And other folks that have come down with some maladies here and there. But those of us that have seen that, for instance, some of my coworkers that have had a couple of down days, they've actually had the smarts to stay away from other people for a period of a couple of days until they got to a point where they felt they were no longer contagious. So very good. I think COVID taught us a lot about protecting others. Anyways, Larry, I have any weird and wonderful questions, but I did hear you popping around some of the HF bands and heard you pick up the guys in Utah, some new parks, and I think Curtis was down in South Carolina. Anyways, I'll throw it back to you before I time things out.
No, very good. Yes, I did pick up Curtis, and I was playing a little bit of with on the HF there. I got an email back from Ed. I actually sent one to him. Alpha Delta Zero Whiskey November. I sent him an email. He sent one back to me. Nice email. So I don't know if everybody heard, but yesterday I got 6,000 parks I've hunted, and the fellow that I hunted for the 6,000 was Alpha Delta Zero Whiskey Norway. His first name is Edgar, but he goes by Ed. So I had dropped him an email and thanked him, and he actually had responded to me, so it was kind of nice. All right, I did have a topic. Unfortunately, I don't know where Bill is, VE3UK. He's the one that kind of brought this forward to me, asking me a question. We went back and forth on it, but he's not here tonight, so I don't know whether I want to continue with that topic or not.
Well, we can always talk about him, because we can just make sure that his ears are buzzing. But what was his topic?
Well, Bill's a stand-up fall down guy. He wanted to know about headsets, what people use and all the rest of it. And I just had written down something about headsets and external speakers, whether you're for home use or for in the field. Was kind of something that he and I were kind of discussing. I have given my opinion on the set that I have. Like I say, unfortunately, I don't. Has anybody heard Bill? I haven't heard him all day. I went for a short time this afternoon. So, has anybody heard from Bill?
I haven't heard him since Monday. We did expect he was going to be MIA on Tuesday because that's where he's supposedly doing some family thing that's going to have him busy until spring. But I didn't hear him on the AREG, and I didn't hear him on the Simplex Net last night. So, yeah, it's been a few days, and yeah, I guess we can be concerned. Yeah, you guys got to learn that when you disappear, let us know you're disappearing, or just don't disappear because we get concerned. We've lost too many amateurs that have suddenly gone for other things, and we just never hear from them again. So, Chuck, don't you ever do that to us again, by the way. Anyways, no, haven't heard of Bill, and headsets is a damn.
I really didn't have anything else to discuss tonight. I had written it down. I actually had it down last week. And we got off topic. By the time we got done for the night, it was a full 45, 50 minutes. So it was time to kind of wrap things up. Yeah, I don't mind. We can go ahead with it. Just some opinions on it or whatever, what people are using, whether it's headsets or external speakers. Before I do that, though, let me give a shout out to anybody else who wants to join into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. My first name's Larry. Come on in.
VA3NFG.
VE3KDT. Got a couple more there. NFG. Let's bring in Steve. VA3NFG, VE3LBI. Back to work today, Steve?
No, I already did work today, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, up at 5:30 this morning. Home at 4:30. We disappear from time to time. But, you know, these things happen, right? We got to come up for air sometime. But anyway, good evening, everybody there that's listening, and anybody on net. Got nothing really to add. I just turned it on here. The radio, it's probably heating up as I'm talking, no doubt. Yeah, that's about it for now there, Larry, until next round there. I'll let you get back to it and carry on. VA3NFG.
Yep, I actually heard you working one of the guys there on your HF rig, so I don't remember who it was now offhand, but I heard you in there. All right, Steve, thanks. We're bringing Noel here. Noel, VE3KDT.
LBI, VE3KDT. Yeah, good evening, and I ran off on that. Yeah, just got the boys settled in. They're a little worse for wear. I guess the cold or flu has been going through them as well, too. So, youngest one's still a little sick, but back to get on the couch and made a
Okay, before we start anything else, I do have a question for everybody, though, and I need to get a kind of a yay or nay on it. You don't have to give me it right now, but we'll talk about it on the way down. December the 26th is a Friday. It's also Boxing Day. I'm not sure if people want me to do the net or not. It doesn't matter to me. As far as I know, I don't have anything going on the 26th. But as we go through, we'll talk about it maybe and see what other people's thoughts are on it. So, all right. So I guess maybe we can talk about headsets and external speakers. If everybody wishes, that's probably a little bit of a topic. Like I said, I don't know where Bill is. He had mentioned to me before. I got a set here. Let me just drop it for a minute. The set I use is an over-ear, and it's a Heil ProSet Elite. The sound is absolutely fantastic. The workmanship is junk. They're plastic on the bases where they slide into the actual headset or headband itself. Known to break. I've already replaced them once before they were free. They were shipped to you. You paid the shipping cost that as I'm concerned, I'd never buy a pair again. If anything, I'd probably look at either a cost or, what's the other name I had? Or a good set name out there too. I can't think of the name offhand, but there's two good sets out there, fairly expensive. I have a problem, and the reason I use over the ear completely is because I wear hearing aids. Be a little tough to put earbuds in, or even small round ones. I find them they don't work as well as the complete covers. So, anyways, that's my thought. I know Chuck has something different he uses, but we'll kind of run down the list and see what people think, and if we will have, I'll drop it. I also use an external speaker at home. Basically, the normal one I'm using, the EHF, I do use the headset with it. And I have an external speaker I use, obviously, out in the field. So, all right, let me pass it to Chuck and see what Chuck's thoughts are and what he uses. VA3CJZ and VE3LBI.
Very good, VA3CJZ. Well, as most of you know there, Larry, I have a studio microphone with a foot switch. And when I do the nets, I prefer to use a good quality sport earbuds. And the pair I have now are just fantastic. You know, when you talk, sometimes those earbuds will work their way out of your ear. These are designed to lock into your ear, and they don't vibrate loose. So they sound great, and I do have a great pair of over-the-ear headphones, and they're called One Audio now, One Audio, and they're fantastic. They're highly rated, and they're not very expensive, but there's no microphone with them, right? So that's my setup. But I will agree with you, Larry, on the cost. KOSS, they make good ones.
You remember there's another set out there that's really well made too. There's cost and something else, and I'll be darned if does anyone remember the other set before, maybe as part of this conversation? There's cost and there's another name that's really well known.
Bose.
Bose, thank you. That's it, yes, Bose. Yeah, HF. I mean, most of those are made for, well, they're made basically for listening to music, so I don't know how the fidelity would be, and I have no idea. Chuck, before I let you go, the same question. December the 26th, yay or nay?
Well, of course, Christmas is the 25th, and it's my wife's birthday on the 27th, and so I'm not exactly sure what we've got planned. But free, I'll be sure to join.
Okay, so I've given you a yes minus. How's that? Just get an idea if people want to continue on the 26th, that's all. Okay, anything else about the hearing? What do you use for anything for external speakers or anything?
Yes, I do use studio monitors made by the company M-Audio, and they didn't break the bank. I think a couple of $100, and away you go. So for my setup, they're not too small and they're not too huge, taking up a lot of real estate. And I have my radio, the external speaker port on the front of my radio. I've got a cable going in there, and then that goes into a sound card, which is a USB sound card, and that brings the audio in through my laptop. So I got a lot going on, but I'm pretty happy with the plenty.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Now I'm just gonna ask a question here. I see there's a fellow there. I don't know the call sign. Kenny the Dragon. Kenny, if you got the call sign, I can add beside your name, please. And Nick, the same thing. If you got a call sign, if you guys could post it in there on the YouTube, I could put it beside your name. I'd appreciate it. All right. Next, anything else you want to add before I drop it to Wade, Chuck?
Quality things out there, like for example, the earbuds that I wear, they're great because I find that headphones make my ears sweat, whether whether it's cool in the house or 100 degrees. My ears sweat too easy, and so these earbuds, if you get a good pair, like for me, when I talk, my jaw used to loosen my old earbuds that I had, and these new ones, like I said, you just turn them when they're in your ear and they lock right in there. It's very neat.
I have to have an over-ear muff type thing. So, all right, good information on that part, Chuck. Thank you. VA3MTA, VE3LBI. What about you, Wade? Headsets or external speakers? What do you find works the best?
VE3LBI, VA3MTA. I really should probably up my audio game here. I haven't really. I'll just mention actually quickly. Kenny did throw his call sign in Delta also, Charlie. I mean, right now I've got a a Bargain loudmouth speaker that I use. I picked it up at one of the Hamfest. I think it might have been up the mountain there, the Ancaster one by the Hamilton Club. A little while ago, and I do use that. I find it's a little better than the back-facing built-in speaker for the 7100, so that's been an improvement, but I really wasn't trying very hard. I just used something I picked up at a Hamfest. For a little while there, I was using an in-ear, musician's monitor, a cheap one, right off of AliExpress. These are the little, but they go around the ear, and then they pop into the ear. They are inexpensive, and they are super, they're pretty good quality, and they're super stable. They don't come out of your ear. So, well, I'm going all over the place here, but basically I also use them in my left ear when I am, in my right ear when I am riding, the ear that faces the curb, so that I can listen to the information that comes out of my bike computer, and also listen to podcasts or a little bit of music, and keep my left ear open to the traffic around me. Because they're around the ear, they fit in really well, and I can switch them between a Bluetooth and a wired. So when I'm on a radio in a park or something, I will use them wired to my radio. And when I'm on the bike, I'll use some Bluetooth to my bike computer. Anyways, this is getting long. I'm going to drop for just a second to make sure I have time out. And to let you know, the particular brand I've been buying, they're relatively cheap, like $15 on AliExpress. They're, I have them right here, and now I've missed them. I want to say KX, KZ, KZ. They have a whole bunch of versions. They're all about $15, and then they're another like $50 for the Bluetooth adapter. But the earbuds themselves are super cheap, and they work really well. Anyways, I've held it up quite a bit. I don't know if any of that's mattering of information. If there's anything you'd like clarified, back to you, Larry.
No, that's good. Thanks very much. Appreciate it, Wade. Yeah, there's quite a few different ideas. Now, what about out in the field? Do you use an external speaker there?
No, I find I guess sometimes, but usually not. Usually I use these KZ in-ear monitor earbuds, but I don't necessarily use them with the Bluetooth. I unplug that, I plug the cable in instead, and go direct into the radio. I used to use a Bluetooth transmitter, also on my base station, but I got sick and tired of having to keep it charged. It was a little dongle you plugged in, but it had an internal battery you had to keep charged, and it always was the most inopportune, yeah, that's right, time when the battery would die, and then suddenly I'd have no audio. So I got sick and tired of that, so I don't use the Bluetooth sender unit anymore. I either use the Bluetooth with devices like the cell phone, or I unplug it and plug in the wire and go direct for when I'm doing radio.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Anything else to add with that, Wade?
No, I mean that's about as deep as I've gotten into audio. I really should spend more time looking into it and get a better setup. But for now, this is as complicated as I've managed to go. One other thing I was going to mention. This is totally out of left field, but I'm just going to mention it in case people haven't heard. The Americans just caught up to us in 60-meter allocation. So for those who may or may not remember. Back in the summer of 2022, I announced that our allocation in 60 meters got a 15 kilohertz band around channel 3, opened up where it wasn't channelized. You could VFO anywhere within that narrow 15 kilohertz. And it had the power limits of the rest of our 60 meter allocation, which is 100 watts into a dipole. So that we got that in 2022. The Americans, it was just announced, they also got that same 15 kilohertz band around channel 3. Difference is they are limited in that band to 15 watts IRP, so that's against an isotropic. So that's significantly lower power than what we get in that new band. But at least they have that band again. So we're harmonized at least in that sense for 60 meters band around channel 3. Just thought I'd mention that in case people hadn't noticed, and I'll send it back to you. Oh, and about Boxing Day Ragchew, I'll be around. We're not traveling anywhere, so I guess I am a yes. But if somebody, it's totally up to everybody else. I don't want to impose on anybody else, but I'll be available. Back to you, Larry. Thanks.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe just one of those kind of check-in nets. And then, instead of having any topics, we'll see how people feel about it anyway. Or maybe they, want to talk about what they got for Christmas. It's hard to say. So we'll leave it at that. I've got 2 yips on it so far. Okay, Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI, break yourself away from that USB drive for a couple minutes. One over to the microphone. We'll talk about the headsets.
VA3WPG, I'm Mike. I am headsetless here. Thinking about it though, I might actually be something decent to have to pull out those weak signals. So I was looking. I have 2 options here. I got a cheap set of Chinese headphones. Oh, where are they? Where the heck are they? Oh, they're supposed to be there, but they're not. Anyways, from Amazon. Really good sounding thing. Noise canceling headphones. They have a quarter, they're Bluetooth. I was thinking like Wade, getting a Bluetooth thing, or I can get a 1/4-inch guitar plug to 8-inch headphone adapter jack and do that. External speakers, I am using some gutted speakers from a large LCD TV, and they actually sound pretty good. They sound better than the speakers in the radio for that. And I'm gonna throw a vote in yes for the Boxing Day net, because what the hell else am I gonna be doing?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons for external speakers and headsets is the fact that I always put the speaker on the top of the radio, and most radios kind of sit quarter upward, so the actual sound is being forced away from the person. So I find it a lot easier with the external speaker. Like I have an ICOM here. It's an SP20. It has filters on it, and I can actually hook 2 different radios to it. Right, and basically like an off and on switch sort of. There's no power to it, but it's a really nice outfit. As far as I know, they're still fairly expensive used to pick up, but the filtering works really well on it. So, but like I say, they put the speaker on the top, and then we point the radio on a stand, and basically the speaker's pointing away from us to hear anything. So it's a lot easier with the external speaker.
Oh yeah, definitely. All my radios, they got their speakers pointing up there, so nice to have the sound shooting right at me here. Just so much better sounding. Those speakers with the built-in filters and stuff. Yeah, those are pretty pricey.
Okay, all right, very good. Thanks, Chris. Back, VA3MW, VE3LBI. What do you got to say about external speakers, headsets, whatever. What's your preference and what you like?
Well, I got to start with saying that high fidelity speakers are definitely not suitable for HF activity. If you want to put a really fine speaker for your UHF VHF radio, that's all well and good, as long as you're going to be working FM. But high fidelity speakers and headsets are going to accentuate the part of the band that you don't, the part of the audible band that you don't want to hear. So if you can find the cheapest, crappiest speaker that plugs into anything, that's probably going to be the most optimum, good sounding unit that you can include with your HF rig. That being said, when you're looking at headsets, also you should be looking for something that's classified as a communication headset. And I do have a COS headset here that's designated as a communication set. So the speakers that are installed, you can pretty much imagine that they don't accentuate that upper area where all the hiss and crackle is. So when you're listening really hard, you can hear the center portion of the band that's going to range between, what is that, 6,000 and 12,000 kilohertz. Is it kilohertz or hertz? Yeah, if it's too loud, it hurts anyways. Anyways, you don't want to have a lot of lows so that you don't want to have the boom, boom, boom. So communication speakers in your headsets, and probably the cheaper ones are going to be better as far as allowing you to hear what you want to hear. And let me drop for a second. Strangely enough, all of our fancy radios have the speakers positioned in a place where they really don't care how well you hear them. So strangely enough, I've seen a lot of folks for field activations, they'll actually grab a PVC 90-degree angle tube, either in a 3 or 4 inch selection, and place it on top of the radio over top of where the speaker is placed, so that the sound is then projected towards the operator instead of up into open airspace. And I think that is a really, really smart maneuver, because for the space of about $1.29 for a PVC plumbing adapter, you're redirecting the cheap speaker that's already in the radio, and it's projecting that noise towards your face instead of up in the air. So yeah, number one lesson, don't go high fidelity if you want to listen to HF. That's for sure.
Comment VA3WPG.
Yeah, you get stuff from Cotton Bat, and you have a filter in it there, Matt. Go ahead, tell VA3WPG.
Oh yeah, just a quick comment on that PVC pipe. If you ever work in a restaurant in a kitchen there, you'll see the kitchen staff take those stainless steel bowls that like the salads and stuff are in, or those prep bowls, and they'll stick their cell phones in it, and it amplifies their music while they're working in the kitchen.
Absolutely. Yep. Simple technology. It's all about resonance, right? But as far as filtering, yeah, if you go with a high fidelity speaker, then you're going to have to run through a filter or some kind of a graphic equalizer and trim down the areas where the noise stuff comes in, so that you can aggregate that down to a level where the preferred communication sound, like somebody's voice, is going to come through clearly. So yep, there you go, Larry. But largely I don't use the headset unless I'm really, really, really trying to listen really hard for a signal or a station that's really down in the noise.
Yeah, I think one of the other reasons I use it here also is to keep the sound down. I've never really, I've always used a headset. I've never tried the external speaker, but I try to keep the sound down from going upstairs, so I use the headset on the HF rig. Because I use the HF rig probably more in the sense of calling for somebody where you're calling more than once and trying to listen to, being called back into a park or for DX or whatever.
Yeah, so when you do clip on the headset, are you using it without your hearing aids, or are you putting the headset over top of the combined hearing aid and your ears? So your headset is communicating to your hearing aids, and that's pumping the noise into your ear.
I use it with my hearing aids in. One of the reasons is my one ear is different than the other ear, so there's no way to adjust the balance on the actual headset, so the hearing aids do that for me.
Yep, and I guess the other variable to this whole situation is whether people find it more advantageous to have a single ear headset or both ears covered. And obviously, if you have different performance from both ears, there may be some other subtle differences where you're able to, maybe clearly discern what's coming in the right ear, whereas the left ear is muffled and confused. So another option is the single versus dual ear headset.
Yeah, and I'll just explain. So back before I let you go there, what about the 26th? What's your thoughts, please?
Oh, thank you very much. Boxing Day in its inception was the day that the elite would gather up the leftovers and the scraps that they didn't really care for themselves, and then serve that back to their serving staff. So as far as Boxing Day goes, the way we celebrate it now by the shopping stores opening their doors and asking you to come back in and spend more money on things that they weren't able to sell before Christmas at inflated prices is, it's way off the list here. So I consider Boxing Day as a good day to get back to life. And long story short, or as Wade would say, medium, I'm in full support of getting back on the radio and making things happen.
Okay, no, that's fine, no problem. Just a quick explanation. Hearing aids. I don't know how actual deaf I am. I know if I take them out, I don't hear hardly anything. One of the things, and you talked about different ones, one of the things that happens, if I take out one hearing aid, first of all, I become imbalanced. I'm off. I feel like my balance isn't there because I'm not hearing properly. The second thing is, in a crowd, if there's a lot of people talking, it gets mixed in. Now, I do have certain things on my phone to adjust my hearing aids for noise, for music. Right now, they're on basically on general, so I get full fidelity all the way around. They're way superior than the pair I had previously. The sound and the fidelity is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm sure I don't have the best ones in the world, but they work quite well. Again, in a crowded room or a noisy area, they also have a thing that automatically lowers them, so you're not going to damage your hearing. But the worst is probably in a crowded room with a lot of people talking. Unfortunately enough, I didn't know I was deaf, and if a person is talking to me in a crowded room, I can read their lips pretty good. I got pretty good at doing that.
Oh, So as soon as HF comes up with a technology that allows you to see the speaker as well as hear their S9 signal, you're going to be at the top of the class. But yeah, I've also heard of folks that have, they have hearing aids that also link with the Bluetooth with their phones. So they're able to utilize that technology so that they don't have to actually use the phone itself exclusively. But I guess someday somebody will come up with a strategy where a Bluetooth adapter will mate with your ham radio and come directly in through your hearing aids in order to accentuate that experience as well.
Yes, and my phone will actually, I can use my phone with my hearing aids. And as you're just talking about Bluetooth with the hearing aids or earbuds, I believe Chuck is actually doing that now.
Yep, I heard him mention that he pumps everything through the audio in his computer. And obviously, I think both on the inside and the outgoing side, he's got some fancy technology that he's able to reshape the outgoing broadcast as well as the incoming broadcast of those audio signals. So a little bit more high-end stuff. So he's trimming the noise a little bit when he's reformatting it before he hears it. So not sure if he has any hearing deficiencies. He's got everything else wrong with him. You just never know. But we'll see what happens, what he comes back with on the next round.
Yep, okay. All right, so I got your yes. Anything else before I pass it down to Bert?
Well, I could talk for another 3.5 minutes, but that won't do anybody any good. Go ahead.
All right, but before I pick up Bert again, is there anybody else wants to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. Come on in.
VA.
Okay, Steve, I'm not sure if somebody double with you or not. Hang on 1 second. Was there a double with Steve, VA3IMW? Was there an orange party in there? Okay, come on in back in, Steve. VA3IMW ZOE.
Yeah, okay, I'm back on the input now. I didn't realize I was listening to the other side. December 26th, the Friday. Just because it's the holiday season there, Larry, I think you should do a 2-hour Boxing Day special Ragchew net just for the occasion. What do you think?
Not a problem. I'll do it from 8 o'clock until 9. You can pick it up from 9 till 10.
'Twas the day after Christmas and all through the house.
Well, you never know what can happen there. Good suggestion, though. Good counter suggestion there, Larry.
Okay. All right, so I got to get Bert in here, too. Are you willing to go on? Are you okay for the 26th with you, too, then? VA3IMW VE3LBI. Are you saying yes for the 26th?
Oh, I thought I couldn't hear you because of the receive here. No, I thought you were asking somebody else there that keyed up. I don't know. Possibly. Let me get back to you on that.
Well, no, I'm asking if you're going to be around on the 26th. Yes or no. I don't know whether to do the net the 26th. So far, I've got 4 yeses.
Okay. Well, yeah. Actually, that's my in-between day. I have something to do on the 27th. So, yeah, I'll be around.
Okay, very good. Hang on for 1 second, Steve. VA3 CRF, VE3LBI. Come on back in, Vern.
again, Larry. Thanks for circling back. Changed position, obviously. Can you got a good copy on me?
Yes, sir. Not a problem at all. Go ahead.
Just a couple of quick comments. I do have a couple of radios where I use an external speaker, as has been mentioned. It's not particularly helpful to have a radio with the speaker firing up instead of towards you. So I have a VA3IMW that I use a realistic speaker with, and I also have a Drake speaker and a Kenwood speaker, external speakers. In terms of headphones, I'm a big fan of Sony technology. Probably my best shortwave radios are my Sony ones, and so I lean towards Sony. I have some earbuds that I am quite pleased with, and there's lots of different things you can do with them in terms of controlling the levels. And then I also have a Sony one that's got a little band that goes behind your neck, and then the buds go into your ear, and I'll use those when I'm on Echolink. But I spend a lot of time on handies, and I'm just using the basically the speaker. I'm not using a speaker mic or headsets or anything. I do have one radio that will do Bluetooth, but I have never tried it. I'm just kind of partial to using the stock gear. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, Vern. Yep. No, I understand exactly. And just a question there, December the 26th, if you think you'll be around, or should I go ahead and do the net?
Larry, I would not want to impose. I probably will be around. I think it'd be nice to do it, but totally up to you, and do not want to impose on you. One other comment I was going to make, you don't have to drop a lot of money on a nice headset. When I first started in this, I was basically just doing shortwave, and I have a fairly decent headset from Radio Shack / Realistic that has a separate volume control in each earpiece. And I used that when I was listening to a shortwave. Not so much when I'm on the ham bands. Anyway, thanks for doing it, Larry. I'm going to be back at the house if you come around again, so I will make this my 73. Thanks for doing it. VA3CRF.
Okay, Vern. Thanks very much. Listen, yeah, all right. Hopefully we'll catch you next week. It is well, the week before Christmas, I guess. We got what's it, the 19th and then the 26th. So, okay, yeah, we'll probably catch you next week in there.
Sounds good, Larry. Thanks again.
Yep, okay, 7-3 for now, Vern. Steve, anything else to add? We're just talking about the speakers, headsets, anything to add about that? VA3NFG, VE3LBI.
No, that's all I got there for now there, Larry. 7-3 all, and we'll be sticking around for a little bit here, VA3NFG.
Great, well, we're not doing 7-3 yet, we're doing shortly. Noel, VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Noel, you still with us?
Yes, sir. And yeah, I do have a comment for your custom boot headsets and everything else. We still doing that?
Yep, no, go ahead. Yeah, no, bring it in, what you got for the comments.
Yes, as far as what I use, there's two. So for like the Bluetooth side is the Shox OpenCom. It's that bone conducting one, and it's absolutely phenomenal for if you have any type of, if you have to hear around you or anything else, because it keeps your ears open. And the bone conducting part, it's like literally having a speaker A, speaker B kind of going right into your brain. If it doesn't compete for, if there's noise and stuff around you, you'll literally hear both. I really like those with my radio and everything else. I've tried it with the Bluetooth. It's kind of cool. Actually, let me just drop this because the next one is the wired. And yeah, on the wired side is I use a pair of Sennheiser. They were the mass drop ones, the cheaper ones or whatever else that they released. I think it was on mass drop, but they're they're 500 ohm or whatever. So I ended up with a headphone driver and everything else. But as far as I'm not sure how it would be in your case for the hearing aids and everything else, but the bone conducting, they're not exactly the most bassy and everything else. Really works. Audio is very, very clear. I use them almost exclusively for on the phone, and have to use it with radio. But other than that,
Okay, no, sounds good. Thanks for that, Noel. Now, listen, are you going to be around the 26th, or will you be in London? What's your plans? Like, I'm talking about doing the net on the 26th. So far, it looks like a yes. I just wonder what your plans were.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I will be, most likely I'll be around for the 26th, so hey, put me down for the yes.
Okay, well, everybody kind of said yes on it, so I think we'll keep it going then. And looks like we're at 9 o'clock. Got through the list. I don't know if there's any other check-ins. Is there any other check-ins for Friday night? ZOE Ragchew, come on in, VE3LBI.
Just saying hello from far end of town, Victor Echo 3, Victor, Yankee Tango. Hope everybody had a good net. I've listened to about 5 minutes of it. Sounds interesting. We'll maybe catch you next week instead of VE3LBI. Back to you, Larry.
Thanks, Ed, for coming in. I got you on the list there in the log. Well, it looks like we're going to run it next week and probably run it on the 26th if you're around. I wasn't sure what people wanted it on the 26th because it's the day after Christmas, so it might be interesting to talk about what people actually got for Christmas or whatever. So looks like we're going to go ahead and go with it. So, all right, I'll mark you on the list and I'll mark you 7-3 there, Ed.
Thanks so much.
All right, any other comments, questions before we do a 7-3 round? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3IMW I'm just catching up here, Larry. We're almost through the net. I don't use headset, but you never know what Santa might bring me. So we'll conclude that after the 25th. How's that? I just use a mic boom, studio mic with a boom, and a foot pedal, same as Chuck.
Yep, I do the same thing, foot pedal with a mic boom, but I also use the headset too. So, okay, thanks, Steve. All right, any other thing? Anybody else want to throw anything on the table before we do a 7-3? VE3LBI. All right, heard. Chuck, VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI, doing 7-3.
Yes, sir. VA3, CJZ. Good net there, Larry. I'm glad you decided to go with that. And I just want to reiterate what Vern was saying earlier about you don't have to spend a lot of money to get decent sound, either coming in or going out. So, but I like the equipment that Noel was sharing with us there earlier. Definitely not in my price range, but very good then. Thanks, Larry. VA3, CJZ.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Chuck. Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI, 7-3 round, Wade.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA, yeah, thanks for doing it. 73 to you, Larry, and to everybody on net. Just about the last thing about the earbud thing is I did throw up onto Discord a photo of what I'm talking about. The earpiece is a little tiny thing, and you can either plug it into the Bluetooth component or to the wire. So I put a little bit of information there if anybody is interested in that. But other than that, not much else to add. So I will say 7-3, and thanks again, there, Larry, for doing it. VE3LBI, VA3NCA, back to you.
Great. All right, thanks a lot, Wade. Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI, just doing a 7-3 round, Chris.
I ain't got much more. I think I said all that I got for tonight. So 73 to everyone, and have a good one. VA3WPG.
Thanks, Chris. VA3IMW, VE3LBI, 7-3 round, back.
All right. Well, the dialogue about headsets and external speakers are very good. I think everybody said it all. Note to self, do it cheap. Thanks for doing this one, and I'll be monitoring this frequency for a little bit for the afterglow. 7-3s, VA3IMW.
All right, very good. And Vern John, 7-3. Steve, VA3NFG, VE3LBI, just doing a 7-3 round, Steve.
Roger that there, Larry. Okay, very good. 7-3 all. Yep, 7-3, and we'll catch you all next time. VA3IMW.
Very good. Noel, VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Noel, just doing a 7-3 round.
VE3LBI, VE3KDT. Yep. Thanks again for doing the net. Interesting topics. Also, I think from the Wade's story there was kind of reminded me. I was digging through some of my stuff, and I have one of those Bluetooth send receive devices, whatever. But it's actually hard powered, so like it's USB for power. So not sure if he still wants to use one for his headset, but I can throw it in my bag for next time.
Okay, sounds good, Noel. All right, thanks for coming in. All right, last call. Any other check-ins for Friday night in the ZOE Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. Come on in. VA3CP. There's Dave, VA3CP. Come on in, Dave, VE3LBI.
Hey, Larry. All on that. And 7-3, I guess. You're doing the 7-3 round. Back to you, VE3LBI, VA3CP.
Yeah, I'm just wrapping it up, Dave. We're just talking about headsets and speakers tonight, so not a big deal. All right, thanks for jumping in, though. I got you in the log.
Yeah, and I want to hear the specifications on the headset that Mac uses, that are the cost ones or whatever, designed for communications purposes. I'd like to know what the frequency range is. Maybe he can look that up and tell me. All right, the ACP.
Yep, okay. Last call again. Any other check-ins? Friday night, ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VE3LBI. Okay, folks, that's it. Thanks again, everybody, for joining in. Once again, I just write down the names and the call signs. You guys put the conversation and make the net. I'd like to thank Terry, VE3I2L, for use of that repeater. And with that, my call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. I return repeater back to normal use. 7-3. I will skip away for 5 minutes and be back shortly. VE3LBI.
There we go. That brings the net and the stream to a close. Thanks all for your check-ins tonight. We'll bid you 7-3s from Hamilton, Ontario.
VA3IMW, VA3CP.
That's how we say goodbye.